And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Here, and it is Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via UPS, United States Postal Service, DHL, Amazon, FedEx, and of course that old outlaw to the north, oh, Waylon Jennings. And of course, a lot of stuff this week. I was traveling. I was in Chicago this week. I was all over the place doing presentations, doing stuff. No rest for the wicked, as we always say, like a young Ozzy Osbourne. A lot going on, a very busy week. And next week, looking to be about just as busy. So we'll see what happens there. But we got about 2, possibly 3 rounds of weekly purchases this week. So should be a big one. Should be a big one here today. But of course, we always start with a little housekeeping at the beginning of weekly purchases. Let's start off with the Patreon giveaway for the month of November. This month, it's time for Christmas. McFarlane Toys, Santa Batman. Yes, the red edition Santa Batman. This will be the giveaway this month on Patreon. Check out the link in the description below. Of course, Patreon, best way to support this very YouTube channel, all the content it does bring. You also do get all the videos from both YouTube channels early over there, plus a lot of bonus stuff, giveaways, pizza reviews, dog stuff, you name it. A lot of stuff going on the Patreon every single day, and this month's giveaway is the Santa Batman, so check this one out right there. So very, very fun there. Very fun to get that one. Perfect for the holiday season, as we do know. But this week, of course, a busy week on the channel. They're always busy on both YouTube channels every single week. Like I always say, make sure you do subscribe. You don't want to miss a video. But a little recap of the week that was here. We did dive into the CM Punk Supreme figure. Finally got my hands on that. We unboxed that on the channel this week. We did our top 5 on Thursday, top 5 Von Erich figures of all time. Our weekly classics video on Tuesday keeps rolling on. We got years of classic content, as you guys know. We did do another unboxing on Tuesday. Epic Toys Retro Style Greg the Hammer Valentine, a all-timer there. Check out that unboxing on the channel. We also did ranking videos. We ranked Heels and Faces Series 2 from my least favorite to my favorite. The Royal Rumble Mattel Elite Wave, and we unboxed Virgil, or put a review to Virgil, I guess, but we did that one on the channel this week, and we did the new Target Greatest Hits Legends line from my least favorite to favorite as well, so check out those ranking videos on the channel. We unboxed some G.I. Joes, the Crimson Alley Viper, we unboxed Shooter, and we unboxed the Mole Rat this week on the channel as well. We also dived into the brand new Marvel Legends, Marvel's Knights Wave, unboxed all of those, and ranked the entire wave from my least favorite to my favorites. Check that out as well. We also had a very highly anticipated one from NECA. It would be the NECA Baby Sinclair Dinosaurs figure. So now we're waiting on Earl next, but we did unbox Baby Sinclair on the channel this week. Check that one out. Target exclusive or a timed exclusive. It sounds like other retailers will be getting that shortly, but the Casey Jones Red Shirt Edition, we unboxed that on the channel this week. And then, of course, the second channel, we did a lot of DC over there this week. We unboxed the brand new Deluxe Anti-Monitor figure. We unboxed the Deluxe Accessory Set Part 3 this week on the channel over there. We did the last Ronin Walmart Black and White Edition. We unboxed that on the other YouTube channel. We unboxed the Best Buy exclusive, maybe, Foot Enforcer Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figure out there. We did our Turtle Tuesday, which was almost every day Turtle Week over there. But Turtle Tuesday, Super 7 Ultimate Glow in the Dark, Mikey. We did that one this week on the channel. And then, of course, we did a Skeleputty as well from the Cobra Kai Power Ranger crossover. An interesting figure, no doubt there. And then we did our weekly toy hunts on both channels. Both channels, we have a weekly toy hunt over there. This week on this channel you're watching right now, I did go to the Assembly Required G.I. Joe convention here in town. So I checked that one out. And the whole wife and kids, the whole kit and caboodle came along. So I got you some sights and sounds from that G.I. Joe show this week. So check out that video if that is a thing that you're interested in. So a fun week on the channel. A lot of videos as usual. Cranking them out. Turning and burning is what we're doing there on the channels. Both channels. Make sure you subscribe to both of them, and a lot of cool, fun surprises still to come this year between the channels and stuff like that. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss out on some of this stuff, but more to come. more to come. There you go. Now it's time to get down to it. Let's get down to the question of the week. And this week's question comes to us from Jonathan Hodap 8735. My question is, what do you look for in a great champion? Longest run, most titles, most title defenses? And he says he remembers Ric Flair saying he lost the title 16 times, won it 16 times, and he prefers the longest run because I feel it means more than a one-day title reign. And really, goes either way. I don't really have a steady answer there. The Ultimate Warrior title run, not the longest in the world, not even a year, but the most memorable to me. Maybe that was because it was my height of my fandom, possibly, but every weekend I was so excited for a new Warrior interview or whatever Warrior segment was going on with him as the champion. Of course, the Survivor Series team with the LOD and Kerry Von Erich, the Texas Tornado. So it doesn't have to be super long. There's been memorable short title reigns as well. Some of those surprise upsets where somebody wins the title and then a couple days later they lose it again. That's memorable. So, I don't know. What is memorable? Like Taz. Remember when Taz won the ECW title from Mike Awesome and then lost it, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, what is time later? Not very long. But he was a WWE employee beating a WCW technically employee for the ECW title in the ECW. That was very memorable to me as well. So it really goes back and forth. I think it depends on the character, the personality, depends on what title it is, and depends how exciting the time event was there. So Ric Flair sounds really great, like the example here, 16-time champion, but yeah, he lost it 16 times as well. So you got to take that into account, but I'm not a big fan of these long title reigns, like Roman Reigns and stuff like that. Like the olden times, all the olden times, back before I was live with Bob Backlund and Bruno, having the title for like 10 years at a time was just absolute insanity, if you ask me. But it was a different time, a different generation. That's kind of the way it went. I don't know. I think nowadays everybody wants things turning and burning. I think Romans went on too long, but I understand what they're doing. It's their business. They can do whatever they want. But I would like to see some freshening up. And I think by giving Seth Rollins that title belt and that whole thing, it kind of devalued him in the long run, as it felt like kind of a, here's a secondary title because we're going to keep it on Roman forever. Here's another world title we can kind of pretend. So I don't know. It goes both ways. But my answer is it just really depends on the situation at the end of the day. So there it is. That's the question of the week. What do you guys got? Anybody got a question of the week? Put it in the comments of this very video, and you may be the question of the week for next week. But now let's get down to it. Let's get down to the weekly purchases. All right, let's dive in. Let's dive into the weekly purchases. A little bit of a mixed bag this week. A little bit of everything. A little bit of something for everyone, some might say. But we're going to dive right in here. This week, Baby Sinclair, Dinosaurs, NECA Series 1. Got him unboxed on the channel already. Check out the video on him. Baby Sinclair in the house. How about Firestorm? Finally got my Firestorm in the mail. I'm not sure if I want the Chase Edition. I don't really remember the Chase Edition, but this as a kid was my most wanted Kenner Superpower figure. I never did end up getting that figure as a kid, never owned it in my life, but I remember wanting it so bad back in the day. Just was never in the cards for me, but here we are all these years later. I guess it's in the cards now from McFarlane Toys. So we got that through the door this week. Got this one. This would have been Album of the Week yesterday in, of course, the Toy News, where we do the Album of the Week each week, but I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, but I'm very excited for Another Perfect Day, the new remastered Motorhead album. Motorhead album everybody hated back in the day. Always been a favorite of mine, and all these years later, people are finally coming around to this album. An all-timer for Motorhead. The deluxe edition just came out for the 40th anniversary. CD2 is a live show. We also got some new demos on here, never heard before. So anytime something new Motorhead comes down, you know I'm all in on that. So I had to pick that one up this week. So we did get that. McFarlane Toys continues with Jim Gordon as Batman. I did pick this up over at Entertainment Earth using discount code Kyle to save myself 10%. An interesting one here. Not sure exactly how I'm going to display this, but it just intrigued me enough, and I also needed to get free shipping, and I said, okay, I'm on the fence. I will get this, because a lot of times if you don't use free shipping, it's like $20 to ship something. So order this, get free shipping, not have to pay that. It almost feels like it's free. It's all about justifying, guys. It's all about justifying, as we do know. But we're not done with McFarlane. Also from Entertainment Earth, got two new Spawn figures. We got the Reaper and the Disruptor. We got both of those through the door this week. Boy, I am not familiar with either of these two. They're after my Spawn reading time for sure. But definitely intriguing looking figures. We'll take a look at them maybe in the next week or two. We'll see. We'll try to get around to it sooner rather than later. But two new Spawn McFarlane figures through the door this week. But we're not done with McFarlane. I accidentally ordered 2 of them on the same order. I ordered 2 of these Supermen. What the heck am I doing, Kyle? Luckily, only about $10 here, but I did need one of these to go with my Supermobile, of course. Now I got an extra. Maybe we'll do a giveaway for this in the future. Stay tuned. We always got giveaways going on, and you guys know how it goes. We got that this week. I did find this on the road to Chicago. Found Mondo Gecko finally. I actually saw a couple of them on the road this week, so he should be hitting out there. But I needed him, picked him up. Looking good to get Mondo Gecko back in the collection. Another McFarlane figure. This was the only one I was missing to build the Bane. Don't really like the looks of this figure, but I'm like, I'm so close to building Bane, I'm just going to pull the trigger. And it was for sale for like 20 bucks at Target this week, so I finally did pull the trigger on this one. I still got to unbox a lot of these. We'll probably do it on the Kyle Peterson 2.0 channel. We've been doing a lot of McFarlane stuff over there, a lot of Turtle stuff over there lately. So check out the Kyle Peterson 2.0 YouTube channel. Some good stuff going on that channel there. Did get a Walmart order in this week. We did get them in last week from Hasbro Pulse. This week I got them in from Walmart. Cobra, Crimson Alley Viper, and the Cobra Mole Rat. So we unboxed these on the channel already. Check out the reviews. Army Builders, had to get multiples. That's what I did right there. So we got those 2 in the door this week. Got this one in from Target as well. Venom Space Knight 2-pack with Mania. Look for this one already up on Patreon, possibly on YouTube this weekend. We'll see how it nets out. We got the Space Knight, Venom, and Mania 2-pack through the door this week as well. Check that review out like I did say. And I did get my second Captain Spaulding as I ran across him at Target this week. $14.99 I think is what these are, but I'm going to display both heads. Of course, big fan of Captain Spaulding, as you guys know, so I had to pick up my second one of him, so I got that this week. And then I did get these. I did order a bunch of these. These are protectors for the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers. I did get these from the Major Pod Group. They do sell protectors over there, and these are for my ECW figures. I finally pulled the trigger. It's been a long game thing I've been waiting to do, but finally got these. I got enough for the entire set. As you guys know, I got the complete set of these, so I did pick up a bunch of these. Going to be some work. Hopefully I can get my wife and daughters to help me fold these, get these ready to go. We'll see what happens, but I did get these through the door this week, so if you're looking for some protectors, head over to Major Bendy's group. They got what you need. And then I talked about it earlier. I went to a G.I. Joe show this week. I didn't buy any G.I. Joes, but apparently I bought some Mythic Legions, so I dabble in the Mythic Legions, as you guys know. There's just too much to be a completist on. However, I got a heck of a deal on some loose Mythic Legions. I did pick up a troll here. Now, I already have this troll in my collection, but we do know he has 2 heads. Now I can display both looks for the troll. I always thought that would be really cool to do. Finally got a chance here. He was only $60. However, I bundled. I got myself a deal. All these Mythic Legions you're going to see here, I got for just a little bit over $100. Got to get a deal out there. Now, don't even quote me what these guys' names are because I have no idea. Don't have a lot of humans in my Mythic Legions collections, but we got a little bit of a human knight, of course, has a second head, as they usually do. You know me, I'm a sucker for a little figure. Got this little goblin guy this week. Gotta love that. And then even better, I got this cool-looking dwarf here. Looks like something out of Lord of the Rings. Picked him up this week as well. Looking really nice there. Everybody likes an archer, but everybody likes a falconer even more. You guys know me. It's almost the G.I. Joe rule from when I was a kid. Oh, they got an animal with them? I'm picking him up. So I did pick him up this week. Love the wired cape on this one as well. Very, very cool. Everybody loves a falcon. Everybody loves a raptor. Everybody loves an eagle. No doubt about it. And then I did get a second version of this one. Once again, display both heads here. Got a more deluxe figure. But I think I did pretty good here for 3, 4, 5, 6 figures, including a giant troll and a giant figure for about $115, $120, something like that I paid for all these. Thought that was truly the deal of the day for Mythic Legion figures. And you guys know, like I said, I dabble. I'm a serial dabbler. So there it is, little Mythic Legions this week to close out round 1 of weekly purchases. Let me move this stuff around. Let's dive in. Let's get into round number 2. All right, let's begin round number 2 of weekly purchases this week. In round number 2, we're going to start off with a big figure. Did pick this up at my local toy store. They had a big 15% off sale going on. I decided it was time to jump in. I did get the brand new Michelangelo Cartoon Deluxe figure. Now I have all 4 turtles in my collection the way it was meant to be. You can't just buy 1 turtle. You got to get all 4. So I did get the big Michelangelo this week. So shout out to old Michelangelo. Shout out to the Cartoon Ninja Turtles. And now we got to do a Good Brother of the Week shout out this week because I got something in the mail and I was gone this week. So when I returned home, this was part of my pile of stuff that I had ordered. And I'm very thankful for this. And I got to give a good shout out to Good Brother Thomas Belt. Thomas Belt, good brother of the week, shout out here. He did send a little note here. The Larry Bird of action figures, the James Brown of YouTube. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Thomas Belt, as he sent me something I've been joking about in videos for the last year plus, kind of joking around. It's just been really honestly driving me absolutely crazy in my mind because I can't find something special. What is it I can't find? It's not necessarily Dusty Rhodes Legends. This is the Hall of Fame edition, which was Kmart back in the day, as we know. But this Dusty Rhodes headband, I swear I have it somewhere, but I cannot find it to save my life. So apparently Thomas said, hey, I've seen these jokes. I'm going to help you out. And he had an extra one of these Dusties for me to unbox it. It's a little beat up and stuff, but that's no big deal. I'm going to unbox this. And we'll probably do a throwback unboxing dedicated to Thomas on the channel, but we'll do a throwback unboxing of this Dusty Rhodes. But now I finally have his headband after all these years. It's still going to eat me alive a little bit, but not as much now that I got one here. So Thomas, once again, shout out to you. Thank you for sending me this. It means a lot. It's always fun to get stuff like that, as you can imagine. A nice surprise in the mail, no doubt about it. So Dusty headband, the conspiracy is over. Or is it? Or is it? But we continue on with weekly purchases here. I did get another one. I was blown away by this figure, the Greatest Hits Honky Tonk Man, of course. Blown away by this one. Love the jumpsuit on it. I was planning on maybe taking the jumpsuit off of this one and just displaying him regular. Well, the jumpsuit is so good and nice blue color. I said I can't. I need to get another one. So I picked up another Honky Tonk Man this week. It's the way it goes from time to time. I did go to my local Ross store. Big deal on Battlecat, $9.99. I just couldn't walk away from a Battlecat for $9.99. That is a heck of a deal right there. Who knows? I'll just save it for a rainy day. I already have one in my collection, as we know. But for $9.99, it just felt like too good of a price to pass up. So I picked up another Battlecat this week. Check your Ross. They might have one for you as well. We're not done with now. We got to turn our attention to a lot of wrestling going on right now. We did get the Hook Ringside Collectibles exclusive through the door this week. Of course, discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. But Hook looking interesting, coming with the chips this time, coming with the FTW title. Check out the review on the channel, as I always do say. We got Hook through the door this week, looking good. And then, of course, tragedy just struck here before weekly purchases, getting everything lined up, bringing everything over. As I did unbox this on the channel this week, but I did pick up 2 of these. What are we talking about? Well, we're talking about the Supreme CM Punk. However, the tragedy that happened was I accidentally knocked it off my table, and then at the same time, I kicked it across the room, and I just destroyed the corner on here, ripped the corner on this. So this is no longer mint on card. I bought this to be mint on card. However, if you guys saw the review, I said, I love this figure so much, I think I might buy a couple of these and have this loose in my collection. Well, here is my second loose one. Now I'm going to be on the hunt out at the stores for a minty mint one. So what do you do? It's just the way the cookie crumbles from time to time. But that was a $40, around $40. I don't know, $42. What was it on this one? A $42 mistake is what that was. Knocking it off table, then kicking it across the room. But CM Punk, an all-timer figure, definitely going to be in the top 10 AEW figures of the year list when we get down to that here in the next month or so. So stay tuned for those videos as well. Now I got another one. Luckily, I didn't kick this across the room, but the day's still young. There's still time in the day. I might do it. And I'm actually torn on this set. Do I open it or do I leave it in the box? I am really not sure, but it is the Amazon exclusive 1 of 3,000 pack. This did come through the mail this week. Not a lot of meat on the bone here. The title belts is the big meat on the bone set. I don't know. It's a 1 of 3,000, so I really don't like opening stuff like that. But part of me wants to unbox it, of course. So I'm not sure exactly what to do. I'm going to have to really just ponder it. Maybe meditate on it. Who knows? Would love to find another one to open. I should have probably pre-ordered 2 of these. For whatever reason, I did not do that. But it is a 1 of 3,000, so we'll see. I might unbox it, I might not. I guess you'll just have to see. If you ever see it on the channel unboxed, you knew I unboxed it. So there you go, right there. Now we continue on. How about a little retro figures action this week? A lot of retro stuff. Zombie Sailor Toys. What was this? New York Comic-Con exclusive way back when. Bastion Booger, old Mike Shaw. So we'll unbox this on the channel sometime this week, so stay tuned for that. And then how about the old Grapplers and Gimmicks, old Hastel Toys. Got the old Godwins, the 2 farmers, we'll call it. But very cool. I'm very excited to get these out of the package. Always loved these. Love the 2 Bone Crunchers back in the day. We'll talk about those in the review. But got these guys here today, or this week, I should say, from old Hastel Toys there. But we're not done with the Hassel toys. We did get this one as well. We did get Tio Savio. We're going to call him Savio Vega. Got him through the door as well. So we got 4 retro figures to get after unboxing this week. Stay tuned for those. But we're not done with retro style figures. Shout out to good friend of the channel, old Junk Shop Dog. You knew I had to order this bad boy. I had to get the new Terry Funk figure. Of course, kind of based on the Poppies. The Poppies from back in the day in Japan, of course. A love letter to the past. Very cool figures here. We'll unbox Terry, of course. On the back, you got the plain cardboard. That's just the way it was back in the day. I remember as a little kid going to like the grocery stores. You'd see a lot of figures. This was how the back of the figures were back then. But looking cool. Always great to get a Terry Funk figure in my collection. Here for that all day long. Check out old Junk Shop Dog. Head over to his website. Pick that one up. He also was nice enough to send me this one. I did buy the Terry Funk, but he sent me this one, a little tiger mask action. So very nice of him as well. Of course, an all-timer, one of the great high flyers of all time, Tiger Mask. So we'll probably do a double unboxing on these two together on the channel. So Tiger Mask and Terry Funk coming soon to the YouTube channel. Stay tuned for that one. Just a couple of things left this week. 2 things, it looks like. I'm looking around. That's all we got left. But we did pick this one up. If you saw my toy hunting video, pick this up with my daughter, Emma. It is Chucky. She said, hey, let's get this Chucky figure. She, of course, enjoys the Chucky show, like we all should and do. But we did get the Chucky from the TV series from NECA. We'll unbox this one of these days on the channel. Stay tuned for that. And this one came out of left field. I didn't realize this one was already hitting stores, but I did find it this week from the Turtles line. Savanti Romero. I'm not familiar with this character, but man, he looks cool. He looks very heavy metal. He looks like he's really the devil in disguise, maybe. Who knows? Or maybe not even in disguise at the end of the day. But I did find this guy out in the retail world. Had to pick that one up. So a busy, busy weekly purchases week. The ebbs and flows of the weekly purchases. A lot of stuff to get through here on the channels over the next couple of weeks. So make sure you do subscribe to both YouTube channels. You don't want to miss a video. And let me know in the comments down below what you picked up this week. Anything good out there you find, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Of course, don't forget to like the video. Give it the old Hacksaw Jim Duggan thumbs up. Always helps the channel when you give it the old thumbs up, as you guys know. And don't forget to subscribe to the channels, like I said, but also check out the Patreon for early access to both channels' videos. And best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So you know what I'm doing. I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into another work week.